Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Outer Worlds 2. We're here on Cloister looking out over the land as we have just put the Order pretty much in charge of Arcadia. In the last episode, we killed Auntie Cleo, devastating Auntie's choice. And the Protectorate's on its way out as well, right? The Sovereign has been mentally refreshed. He's dead. I also looked up, because it was bothering me, I looked up what that mental refreshment facility, if it had a quest for it somewhere. And that, you go there if you side with Auntie's Choice. That's like Auntie's Choice's faction quest line, is go there. I don't know if I didn't see anything about, doing anything with the Sovereign, which is a bit disappointing, but maybe there was, and I just didn't see it. But yeah, we finished every quest that we possess. We've explored every location that I know of. It's time. Once thought obliterated by the Rift, the Protectorate Skip Technology Research Facility has mysteriously reappeared from the void. Exploring this facility will likely be treacherous, so it would be wise to tie up any loose ends before proceeding. You're about to return to Horizon Point Station and determine the fate of Arcadia. If there's anything you want to do before you navigate to the station, do it now, before you cross the point of no return. Would you like to continue? Drop a manual save here, just in case. Yes. Oh, yes. Why not? Here we go.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control.
Who's responsible for this?
The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
A would-be tyrant doing something tyrannical. Who could have seen this coming?
He's intimidating his people into doing his bidding. No way they see sense in this.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony. While the Order have sent their forces to assist you in intercepting the modulator, it will take time for them to navigate the station.
Every rift is a slight against the people of Arcadia, whom I have pledged to protect. And my business with the Consul is deeply personal. You must take me onto the station.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
Okay. Minimal room for error. Did we got conversations with everybody?
Preparing obligatory encouragement. You can do it, Commander.
Thanks, Val.
The Sovereign will be avenged.
To be so close. The rift. It's magnificent. When we've done what we came to do, it's finally time. I shall soon be reborn into perfection. Thank you for bringing me here.
No time for a chit-chat, dear. We have a rift to attend to.
We should keep moving, Commander.
Okay. Let's do it then. So, I do feel like we should bring Tristan with us, but I gotta bring Niles, but I can't not bring Marisol. What the hell do we do? It's gotta be done. Maybe I'll be able to change characters at some point in this game or in this mission. Okay, it does look like we can come back. Okay. What gun do we want to have? There's secondary here. Kind of want to use my pistol. Actually, we're gonna put this on. Not used this yet. Yeah, let's use this bad boy.
This place is a nightmare beyond the most fevered delusion. And those soldiers, they do not look right. The consul stands at the controls of the Sovereign's own flagship. How my blood boils.
Jeez. This is kind of crazy. Okay, we should be sniping them. But what do we snipe them with? You know, it's got to be this. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with these guys, huh?
I shall not stay your execution.
Okay. This gun takes too long to load up.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Activating energy transmitter.
Oh!
Amplification in progress. There be none.
Did I kill him?
Currently prostrate.
Okay, enough of this.
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning. N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Did I get it? I think so.
Unleash my might upon them.
Plan isn't always subtle with its warnings, is it now?
Oh no, I wasn't trying to be subtle.
Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our
Complete your duties.
but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive, our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are.
Yeah, so we've been here before. This is where we landed in the prologue. This is cool. And that data we'd read before has been corrupted. Alright, where's my good sniper rifle? Where you is? There it is. Did I ever find something to put on this? Damn it, man. That's a damn shame. Oh, whoa, that was a real close there. Can I jump over there? Oh, yeah. Well, I wonder if we see the Sovereign's kid and wife in here. Or our friends who died. I guess I should be thinking about them first, right? That's not good.
Let us hope that whatever architect-forsaken logic operates within this place does not fail us.
Go, 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 go.
Border forces are on their way to you now, Agent. Their estimated arrival time is imminent.
For once, I do not mind the Order interjecting themselves. My armor may be rated for temperatures in the thousands, but I find even most blankets too stifling. Let us find an alternate route.
Why am I doing this?
Wasn't sure that'd work.
Me neither. Didn't know what I was doing. And I don't know why I'm doing it, but I guess we're going this way.
None shall stand against us!
Energy transmitter active. Commander, throwing energy your way.
Come on. Oh my god, stop running away. Alright, let's go get him. Reload?
You must keep your blood.
Ah!
Go for torpification.
Switch guns, please. Good job killing that for me, guys.
Energy transmitter out. Soak up the shock.
Okay. Oh, we had 3 of them here, so that was a good use of the Big Bang. Phew. What is it doing down there? Regroup with allies, okay. Making my way to my allies.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming.
Oh, nice. This is pretty crazy.
Visual acquired.
Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
What's the range on this? My bad. I didn't know you guys were down there, to be honest. God damn it. No, I don't want to. That's so stupid. I mean, it's not, but it is. You know, I shouldn't be getting that big of a bounty from it. Oh man, we gotta go way back here. That kind of sucks. How did I kill both of you?
Energy transmitter active. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Okay. And reload it up.
Standing by to stupefy.
Okay, we killed a couple things in there.
Transmitter down over here.
These turrets have so much health.
I shall not stay your execution.
There we go. Okay. Quick save it.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. Visual acquired.
Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
Taking punitive action.
Stun weapon ready, Commander. Commander, throwing energy your way.
You guys shooting it now. Reloading.
Lethal measures at the ready, Commander.
Exposure.
Okay, good. This time we didn't hit any order soldiers. I just realized now that these aren't like from the console ship. These are people who had been in the rift and are being spit back out.
In all my research, I've never observed anything like this. It's humbling.
Humbling's one way to put it.
Supplies and medical attention are available to you, Commander. Please, proceed. I never could have predicted that the rift would produce something so monstrous.
The medical equipment over here. Yeah, this looks like they're the order. Ooh, rift residue. Nice. Got a dock over here. I mean, that is their ship, but like, there's no doctor there. Wait, where is the medical assistance at? Not that I need it.
Never could have predicted that the rift.
All right, well, let's keep moving.
Why did you make me do this? Why?
Commander, one of them speaking coherently. Not sure if that's good or bad.
That is good. I'm gonna say it's good. Probably want to have a different gun in here. Helen Pascal.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Be wary. Considering those we've encountered thus far, this individual may not be the negotiating kind.
Wait. Commander?
I thought you were familiar.
You? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Law, what's happening to me?
It's me, Helen. Felix Garnett, commander of the Incognito. Your friend.
So it is you. Thank Law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law, I had to kill them.
That sounds consistent with the other reconstituted troops we've come across. How do you suppose she is different?
I don't understand what's happening.
I need you to focus. What's the last thing you remember from the mission?
Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
Not fortunate enough to escape the blast, nor fortunate enough to die before the rift modulator activated, leaving her in this nightmarish state.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened?
Never mind that. The rift has done something to you.
Rift? That's right. We were here to investigate rifts. So why is there one in the sky? Why is everything destroyed? What's happening to me? And Sandoval? Jepsen?
When the rifts are inverted, that which was stored inside reforms imperfectly. To varying degrees, it appears.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this.
I'm so sorry, Helen, but I can't.
Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Never anything.
I wish it didn't have to be this way. I don't want you to suffer.
Makes two of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor. End this for me? I don't think I can do it myself. Please.
If you're sure, I'll do it.
I'm sure. I trust your aim is as good as ever, Commander.
Well.
I'm ready.
That was unexpected. Wouldn't mind advance notice next time. A wink or hand signal or some such.
A mercy killing
Eric.
is a terrible thing, and not performed lightly.
Wade.
You have spared your compatriot a surfeit of agony.
Man, I wish...
It was right.
We're not gonna do this too often, guys. But just want to see. This is obviously I saved that one so we can just go back here. We gotta see if Niall says anything different, which means we gotta go all the way back to the ship. Ugh. Okay, never mind. Damn. So we're not... I guess if we walked all the way back, we probably could get on the ship. But we can't fast travel back. Damn it. I'm not going to walk all the way back. Plus, I don't even know if we can. We've done some jumping. Alright. Hold on, there was like stairs down over here, wasn't there? Oh, it's barred shut. Alright, well, if we're going back out, we want this back on. Oh, the order. Hey, guys.
The Order is indebted to you for restoring the archive. If you're in need of supplies or medical attention, they're in the vicinity.
Alright, this is my allies. Good.
Commander, we've got supplies at the ready.
Order supply archivist.
Are you in need of any weapons, armor, or other supplies? The presiding bishop foresaw this. Please take what you require. It's the least we can do in exchange for your recovery of the archive for us.
I'll take a look. Thank you.
The presiding bishop herself has arrived and eagerly anticipates further orders. May the numbers guide you.
All right.
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Are you in need of... Please, take what...
Initial observations conclude...
Oh, is this just mine? Thank you. All right, let's keep moving. The bishop's here somewhere. which is cool that she decided to join us.
The Sovereign's ship up close. I believe we can safely assume he's not on it. Or on that rover approaching the skip lab.
Yeah, well, we know where he is. We've seen him. I imagine they have, like, dialogue for if you did the Auntie's Choice thing.
Threat detected.
None shall stand against us. You must keep your...
Okay. Take care of that little problem. Good job, guys. Okay. What does this rift do? Okay, continue going up. What do we got in here? What does this button do? Access auto mechanical controls. Ah, damn it. That sounds like it would have been really useful. Head to Skip Labs. Okay. Lower the bridge. So I think we've done this before too, didn't we? Didn't we lower the bridge
These foes
before?
have been destroyed once, and we shall destroy them again.
Yeah, I remember this place. Come on.
Our commander hangs from a thread.
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining.
All right.
I shall reduce them to a slurry.
He's dead. Okay. Let's make sure this is charged up. It is, okay. We got more enemies coming up in here. I think it was just that. What's in here? Sure, we'll disable the power. Why not? Seems like a good thing to do. Oh, I remember this room.
Well, despite the low probability of such an occurrence, a rift and a plasma hazard are directly blocking our path to the Sovereign's ship. Suggest we scour the area. The scientists here were unlikely near the caliber of the Order, but perhaps they left something useful.
Perhaps. It's up here. Think they left anything in the bathroom? My guess is no. That'd probably be a good guess. Rift algorithm equations and processing update. Rift algorithm equations and processing update. After numerous attempts to solve the last factor of the equation, it was our brilliant sovereign Henry Varick who deciphered the final piece of the puzzle. Our research indicates that we were overlooking the excessive ion expansion caused by the plasma's intense heat. By lowering the temperatures of the heating element, we might stabilize the distortions we are encountering. The memo cannot fully capture the ingenuity of this discovery, but please do not press the Sovereign directly for a more detailed explanation. Gaining an audience with him may take up to 2,223 days, and our very own Cadet Alderman is capable of fielding any questions.
That's all rather intriguing.
Okay, so we got to do something about the heat signature. Solve the equation. Ah, a partially destroyed chalkboard covered in equations that are multiple calculations related to rifts that you identify as solving for the unknown variables. There's more to the equation, but you may be able to fill in the blanks. I'm a professor, of course I can. You were able to complete and solve the equation using existing variables.
Congratulations! We have successfully cracked a difficult equation. Now we only need return to the terminal and input it.
Fantastic. And I will do that after we get done looking around. Because you know, even though the game's about to end, it's always a good idea to just get all of the loot you can. Oh, I thought that was another one there. That was kind of a waste. We need a different gun here. What's up here? Where am I going? One thing we didn't do, I just realized, is we didn't get enough of the decryption keys to unlock all the safety security lockboxes. I'm so sorry, you two. But it had to be done. What are you guys guarding?
If anyone would be able to solve the equation, it would be the Sovereign.
You're not correct about that. I got a picture of his family. Poor lad. Messages. To Warden Gian, I've done it. Warden Gian, during my visit to the Skip Lab, I happened upon a Cadet Alderman's notes. Therein, he proposed a solution to the Rift equation that has eluded our scientists for months. However, since he clearly did not have the vigor to test and verify the solution himself, I took the liberty of doing it for him, and indeed it works. How fortuitous that I, in all my wisdom, was there when you most needed me. But please hold your thanks. Do know that you're most welcome always. I've left the solution on the board in my office. Should you or the scientists under your authority need to marvel at it, I guide you. Personal journal. My father's notes. I found some of my old notes. Some old notes my father had hidden away in his deranged state near the end of his life. I will not focus on his harsh words for me, as his mind was obviously nearly gone by this point, and he did not know what he was saying. But they make it abundantly clear that the central reason behind his life extension experimentation was to achieve his goal of solving the Rift anomaly problem before he died. He feared repercussions not only to our reputation, but also our autonomy and financial stability if the truth were ever discovered. Unbelievably, he was already frantically trying to both extend his life and solve the problem of a full 5 years. A full 5 years before the Hope became the first casualty of the Rifts. The implications of this are immeasurable. When did they know? I barely slept since finding my father's notes. Did my grandmother know of the fault in the skip drives as well? And if so, when? To believe she knowingly set humanity on this treacherous course just to establish Arcadia is incomprehensible to me. Perhaps she wagered she or my father could solve the problem in time before crisis was upon humanity. Or perhaps it was a mere suspicion or unconfirmed theory, or she believed it unlikely with the vastness of space that the same sectors would be traversed enough times to weaken the very fabric of reality. Yes, that must be it. If I can only solve what my father and grandmother couldn't, I'll prove I deserve their respect, that of my family and all my subjects, and the right to wear the mantle of sovereign of Arcadia once and for all. Okay, it doesn't sound so bad.
Plagiarism. How
well, yeah, besides that.
Yet not entirely unexpected.
Display before you is the complex equation helpfully labeled for the viewers that is guaranteed to safely manipulate rifts in a contained setting. The writing itself does not look like the scratchings of a quick-thinking scientist, nor does the diagram. Instead, both look as though they have been traced. You okay with that, Tristan? All right. Let's get a move on. Equation processing. Input stabilization equation. Initiate test. Status in progress.
Theseus, scientist.
Splendid. Rift secure.
Horizon Point Station by order of the Council. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
Somehow, I expect Rand's theories evaporated when put into practice. Much like Rand himself. Perhaps we can still utilize his calculations.
Okay. Let's do it. All right. Let's move.
Take a look at these readings.
Go ahead and get that my sniper rifle back out.
Group with our observations in the laboratory. Our projections are off by orders of magnitude. Solver and save us. Montserrat's hypothesis was correct all along. The results capture.
I shall not stay your execution.
Ow.
You're hurt, Commander. Heal yourself.
Healing myself.
Malefactor ahead.
Energy transmitter out. Soak up the shock.
Cannot doubt. If we do not take that rover to the Providence, Arcadia may be consumed by these rifts.
Yeah, I'm working on it, man. What does this thing do? No idea. Oh, hi.
Villains abound. Be on guard.
What? Oh, did it just like unleash them? Okay, we don't need to worry about that then. Is this what we're getting on? Board the Sovereign ship, here we go. Newton liberated. All right. We are on the Providence. Go ahead, switch to more close range gun here.
Attention. Please report. Made it in free of undue kerfuffle. Now to unseal that hangar.
Dude. This music. But they're playing it for their own people. It's kind of crazy. Where do I go to do what you told me to do? Up here? Here we are. Messages. Office of the Consul. Transport deployed. To all hangar personnel, deployment prohibition has been overridden by Consul Emery Theroux. A small transport containing scientists and automechanical defenses has been authorized to travel to Horizon Point Station. Any attempt to stop deployment is punishable by trial or refreshment. Shore leave. Shore leave is hereby prohibited to all crew, including scientists. It is imperative that you remain focused on our duty. Intake personnel are to report to their superiors for reassignment. Unseal hangar doors.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Being vigilant? Always vigilant.
Bedfellows indeed. They'd best fight well.
Oh, this is cool. Okay. Well, in this case, we need... Actually, where's my, Let's use this gun. We haven't used this in a long time. That didn't work as well as I thought it would. I thought we would kill him like really fast. Where's my where's the one gun we used to use all the time? This one? Yeah, it keeps him stunned, right? Nice. Oh my god, they're... Okay. Let's get my sniper rifle. Enough of this. And... how's things going out there? Sounds like it's not going well.
Go for torpification.
I shall charge.
Oh my god. If these guys would just stop moving, should be a lot easier. Are we good? Oh, it's the presiding bishop.
Taking cover. I shall not stay your execution.
God, that sucked.
What did those sounds of open conflict owe to you? Come, let us coordinate.
Damn, nice suit.
In spite of your success thus far, the hard work is not yet finished. You still need to seize the Rift Modulator and end the Consul's machinations. By force, if necessary. Both the Modulator and the conductor of this ill-conceived plot are on the decks above us. However, there are security protocols you will need to bypass in order to access them.
Mm-hmm. What kind of protocols?
Each deck has its own restrictions, and the lift can only be operated with access credentials, such as a pass card. But these are limited to certain personnel, so it may be difficult to locate one. An alternate route through the engine room is viable, but there is a high likelihood that you will encounter automechanical defenses. Much on this ship, it seems, is not for the eyes of the rank and file.
I'm glad you're here, but don't tell me these are the only troopers you brought.
A precision strike team meets the requirements of this mission. Bringing any more troops would have been excessive.
Let's get a move on.
Indeed. I will hold position on this level to ensure you are not flanked by enemy reinforcements. Look for me once you have reached the uppermost level. We will regroup there.
Okay. So, do we go with the people or we go with the automechanicals? Lift transport. Tin can, the proficient purveyor of provisions. Who are you?
Greetings, subject. Please note that any attempts to haggle will result in an automated reprimand. Please make a request. Display.
What do you got? Not really anything. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? There. I'm gonna use this gun, damn it.
There, a misbegotten fool, soon to fall.
Did you see me? This is bad. Shoot him! This is fine.
Energy transmitter active.
Oh, watch out, guys. Yeah, I mean, this... Oh, hey. You're actually following. Guess I should probably have a different second gun if I'm going to use this, huh? Let's see. Multi-launcher. Sure, let's use cover fire. Never used it before. Who's in here? Ah, Dr. Rest. Where am I going? I don't really feel like I need to loot these places. Oop.
Greetings, unscrupulous criminal element. Please note that by entering this restricted area, you may be subject to mental
Enough out of you. Sorry if you guys like that little robot. Let's be honest, there's a good probability that this place is gonna blow up when we leave, so. Am I supposed to go through here? No, this is all just a kitchen. Where the hell am I going? Do you know where I'm going? This way? Was this all just a pointless endeavor? Where's the point?
We could do this the hard way or the smart way. Either works for me.
Well, I mean, we always do it the Big Bang way. There we go. Okay, up we go. Easy. Just gotta jump.
That wasn't so difficult now, was it?
It really wasn't. What is this? While there are readouts similar to the Incognito ship skip drive, the monitor also references terminology and symbols you've never seen before. The capabilities it suggests shouldn't be theoretically possible, at least with technology you're familiar with. Interesting. I'm going to disable that in case we gotta make a run for it.
We either find access credentials or stick to the shadows then. Both options are certainly more efficient than raucous hostilities. Now to find the rift modulator. I estimate there's a 73.47% chance it's nearby.
Okay. I'm okay sticking to the shadows, but... Alright, we got access cards. Whoa. What the hell is this place?
I heard an alarm on the crew deck. Considering your manner of being, you wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Terribly sorry for the inconvenience. I was merely hoping to lend my talents to the lab. No need to be anxious. I've been sent here to monitor the situation.
Those credentials do appear legitimate. Welcome, I suppose. I hope you're not expecting a grand tour. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gatherer outside might tell you.
It is, isn't it? I need to access the rift modulator urgently. Can you help?
Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait.
Let's answer this. The IRC had some troubling findings regarding raw data and rifts. Can you verify them?
The IRC? I did not realize you were a colleague of sorts. We haven't shared much of our findings with your branch, I'm afraid. But our results do match. Raw data from whatever a rift engulfs is preserved, yes, but the essence of a thing is not. Like a sense of self, for example, is lost forever. Further, there is no proof that such data can be stabilized or even edited. The Consul's plan is futile, completely. But he no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind.
A report that contains information on constructing rift modulators, you say?
Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good.
I can bring it to the Consul. He'll listen to me.
It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. If he won't hear me out, perhaps a third party will have more luck. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. It will allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him, because if you don't, we're all dead.
Last question. Where is the modulator being operated?
A deck up in the control room. The Consul is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
All right.
Authorized visitor aboard. Do not be
well, the mob.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences.
Continue.
The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Okay.
Schematic secured.
And the music.
Rift coordinates are deep into unexplored space. That contradicts most rift causation theories, or hints at more troubling implications. Best table that topic for now. We can't do anything with the rift modulator yet, not until we deal with the Consul. So, shall we?
We shall. All right, command deck. You're coming for you, Consul. Strange, that number should be going down, you would think, right? All right, not a lot of...
Your punctuality is as commendable as ever. How did you fare in securing the rift modulator?
It was pretty easy. We can't secure or operate it until we control the ship, but I do have its schematics.
Yet one more hindrance to overcome in this endeavor. Nevertheless, I expect you to guard those plans closely in the interim. Did you find anything else of note?
Apparently, rifts have been found in space where humanity has never been. Ruth, still with me?
When one learns information that rattles their understanding of the universe, one may take a moment to consider the gravity of said information. We know that rifts are only caused by skip drives, so if they are appearing in non-colonized space, then this is truly momentous. It proves definitively that life did not originate on Earth, and may, in fact, exist elsewhere in other forms.
Ooh. Hinting at aliens in Outer Worlds 3? I'm not sure about your conclusion. We should investigate further.
I concur. This is a discussion for later, with laureates in attendance. For now, we must confront the Consul before he wrests that future away forever. He is just through those doors. I have run the numbers, and should you wish to negotiate with the Consul, you must be strategic. He will not react well to a direct attack on his character or methods early on.
I'm not too interested in negotiating. I'm real tired of tiptoeing around megalomaniacs' egos.
Regardless of what happens, take comfort in the fact that it shall not be for much longer. The situation is more likely to devolve into violence than not, but I am willing to give this solution a chance, if only to observe what arguments you construct.
You may try to reason with the Consul, but I suspect it is a worthless effort. Traitors typically only realize their errors through force.
You should take this time to prepare. Replenish your supplies. Explore your environment for any advantages. Consider what options you may have in the event negotiations fail. And if there is anything more you need to say to me or your companions, I encourage you to divest yourself of these diversionary thoughts while you still can.
Seems like our mission's almost complete, Commander. One way or the other. Before we finish this, I wanted to thank you. Showed me I still had more to learn. You and this crew, this little family of ours.
We all learned a great deal from you as well.
Oh, stop. You're going to make me... Didn't foresee that happening. Let's hope this day is full of more surprises. Like we all survive. May all our travails add to the equation.
So, here we finally stand, at the threshold of the final confrontation with the Consul. How I have waited for this moment. The Consul's betrayal resulted in the death of the Supreme Arbiter, the death of Virgil. He has taken everything from me, and I aim to repay him in kind.
Stay vigilant. He's going to be desperate. Might have some tricks up his sleeve.
I will be prepared for any eventuality, except that of defeat. There was a time when all of this, not just confronting the Consul, but standing here beside you, would have been impossible to consider. I'm glad that we met. Let us proceed. We shall bring the Consul to justice together.
Kind of was hoping like all my companions would like be here. We could have one last conversation with them all, but alas. Important updates. Intruder alert. Change of command. New access. What is going on? Remove the Sovereign's voice. New access. Yeah, so basically saying he's changed everything from the Sovereign to him. What's up here? Unsent letter. Emery. I regret the way we left things after our last meeting. Grandmother always said that if a disagreement ends in shouting and rising tempers, it is wise to look inward at your own ills before proceeding. Hope sincerely that you have done so. While I may not fully understand your aims with the Rift research or with using it to our advantage, as you said, I am willing to acknowledge that as valid. But you must in turn understand that my decision is final. It is what is right for my people, my Arcadia, and my family. Do not doubt me, friend. I wish you to know that I still cherish your guidance dearly. Perhaps when the war is over, the rest of the letter remains unfinished.
The Sovereign was a naive fool. The Consul was a scheming sprat with delusions of competence. Time will tell which was more destructive.
Meeting audio log of Emery.
Redactor Esmond. Very punctual, good. Don't take a seat, this will be quick. My sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas. Oh, easy, no need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like cogs in a machine.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience. Why, the Sovereign and I were thinking of this very thing. What should we call it?
Well, I'm not sure. It's still just a germ of a concept, of a hint of an idea, you see. It's a whole new way of thinking. A new model of society. Quite the paradigm shift.
Paradigm. Very good, Esmond. Say, you look frazzled, troubled by your own thoughts. Why don't you report to mental refreshment? My staff will personally see to your well-being.
Damn.
Focus on accomplishing the task at hand.
All right. Let's go ahead, drop a save. Let's do this. Make sure we're reloaded.
The distinguished presiding bishop herself has deigned to join us. What a charming surprise. I might have known you'd enlist the nearest rabble in reach to crusade against me. Loyalty has eluded you for years, after all. Sentinels, if you would.
Greater numbers, greater odds. It was necessary to combat the irrationality of your foolish endeavor. By failing to show reason, you have lost your edict to rule. Now, stand down.
What's the matter with you? Have your wits been dulled? I am doing what is necessary to save Arcadia, and I'll start by ridding it of trespassers like you.
Did you also claim you were... I mean, we know he was claiming you were saving the Sovereign, but did... What? Yeah. Did you also claim you were saving the Sovereign when you stabbed him in the back?
Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not?
Damn it. We know he didn't choose it. Ah, okay, whatever. Try that line somewhere else. You're not my first slimy politician.
I don't doubt that, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are.
It's about time.
In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side.
So
you
weird.
are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal.
And also my breaking and entering skills. You really ought to beef up your security, by the way. I don't like that one. Say whatever makes you feel better, but I will stop you, one way or another.
Oh, I'm sure you believe yourself capable. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
Greater Tranquility Station was a test?
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend.
Go ahead. Enlighten me.
Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended.
I already know that the Matriarch didn't invent skip drives. Why is that relevant?
Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed.
It'll be difficult to reconstruct the colony if the rift kills you, and it will if you don't stop.
I've found when most people haven't a leg to stand on, they fall back into performative insouciance in an attempt to redirect the conversation. Always brazen, rarely effective. Listen closely. This is the work of the Grand Plan, guiding us toward humanity's ascension. Everything exists for this purpose. Since you took your time scurrying about my ship, presumably rifling through our things, I assume you also found information about the far-off rifts in untraversed space. That alone should tell you that we don't make our own circumstances. It seems they were made by the ship our matriarch found. A curiosity, isn't it? Without this discovery, we may never have realized the power we now possess with the rifts. Yes, the Great Architect works in mysterious ways. What else can I do but what is bidden?
That's a fallacy. The Architect has not made puppets of us. We are granted volition.
And yet, what is meant to be, will be. It matters not what path you tread, if the destination has been preordained. Now, as fascinating as your pseudo-intellectual musings have been to witness, I've reached my limit.
Have it your way, you sprat fucker.
Standing by to stupefy.
Did he... Is he immune to it?
Assist me, will you? My death would be a...
Where is he?
They're benumbed.
Oh my god.
Damage, Commander.
Not expecting all that.
Activating energy transmitter.
God damn it.
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs. Do try to limit further damage, Commander.
Trying. What is shooting at you?
Thank you.
Okay.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Good.
Transmitter down over here. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
You are rotting Arcadia from the inside.
Mitigating the threat. Taking the fight out of them.
I don't understand this weapon.
Vitals are in the red. Reviving me is in everyone's best interest.
Move, move, move. Fuck me. It's my last whisper. Fuck. God damn it. What an annoying fight this is. course they would make it so you can't just one-shot them. Oh, I gotta go through that whole fucking conversation again. Okay, this gun sucks. I don't like it. We need something else. I don't know, let's go with this.
Great. And I'll start by ridding it of trespassers like you. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do? Yeah, you are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward, indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious of sprats from gnawing their way in. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Fairfield.
Was it me?
When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again.
Your ship, huh? Could have sworn I saw the Sovereign's name on it.
You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn, even if he's not here to bask in it.
Nah, do you ever shut up?
For all your bluster, you seem more concerned with running your mouth than improving your performance in the field.
Good comeback.
Did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace? I was able to buy the time to enact when the matriarch discovered the
Replenishing my firearms. Seeking cover. Our foes are close. I despise that.
Taking the fight out of them. Mitigating the threat. Energy transmitter deployed for battlefield.
Can I get you revived?
Let's end this. I've no
Let's try and get him up.
Do try to limit further.
Nope, that didn't work.
My entries are.
You've suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Shit, I can't run. Okay, it's fine, it's fine.
I'm down in case you haven't noticed.
Got one guy left. Run, 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 run. Need a different gun. That's gonna do the job here without me dying, because that would be really unfortunate to die here. Oh. Oh. That was scary. I didn't know if it was gonna charge up in time. I picked the wrong gun. All right. Still didn't work out flawlessly, but he didn't have a body. Oh well. Hey, we did it.
We'll find time for a private word after the mission.
To stand by your
So
side.
I'm really kind of annoyed that he didn't have a comment to the console. That kind of sucked.
Inspect the ship systems so that we may decide the next course of action.
All right, here we go. Error. The reconstruction has grown increasingly volatile and the Rift device has lost control capabilities. Closure of the Rift via conventional means is no longer possible. Brace for catastrophic event. Uh-oh.
If the readouts are to be believed, the Rift is on the verge of destabilizing completely. But the Rift modulator cannot be operated from this distance. It must be flown into the Rift.
That was a rather substantial hole in my predictions. These rifts have presented an excessive supply of incalculable variables.
Though it may be troubling to you, this conclusion holds no uncertainty. Someone present must do this.
And by someone present, you mean someone who isn't you?
Well observed. My importance to Arcadia obviously exceeds that of those present. I will take the schematics back with me, and, using the processed Rift data, of course, the Order will begin production of more modulators that can be operated at a safe distance.
We'll handle this. Go now. Give humanity a chance.
The woe-bedamned circumstances that led us to this point. Is there not some other way we might solve our current predicament?
Your death will not be wasted effort. I will work to protect Arcadia and ensure your sacrifice is remembered for the selfless action it is.
The results of that test of leadership and character don't surprise me. And so it falls to others. All of you, stop fretting unduly. There's only one person here who can do this right. I'll fly the ship.
Can't you, I don't know, rig some form of automatic system to fly the ship from range? Is there no option but death?
I don't want you to do it. Let's discuss this.
We've accomplished much together. I'll not see it brought to an end by the Consul's posthumous scheming.
I'm not gonna... No, he's not, like, volunteering himself. Tenure. Guess I'm never getting it. I won't ask anyone to die in my stead. I'll fly the ship.
Well, look at you, Commander, stepping up. Didn't reckon you had it in you.
It's kind of fucked up to say right now. It's been an honor working with you. Are you kidding me? That's all they had to say? Then there's no like, no, wait, no, please don't. It's like, oh, I didn't think you had it in you. Well, fuck me. Look at us. How do I... There you go, unequip it. Well, Felix. Technically, you should have died 10 years ago. Why am I saving this damn colony again? Ah, 'cause somebody has to. Well, Niles, sorry I couldn't say goodbye to your son. At least I trained one good operative, one good agent, take my place. Let's do this.
the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. The Order returned Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy to their original purpose, contemplating the clockwork of the universe in pursuit of solving the equation, while thoughtfully relocating refugees to another settlement. The abbot carried on as the head of the monastery, a task he excels at in peacetime. He was assigned a new seer who lacked Wiley's ambition. They got along much better. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Having died at the peace talks, Augustine DeVries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the star agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Tristan continued to doggedly uphold Protectorate values. With Virgil dead, no one could oppose Tristan for the rank of Supreme Arbiter. Tristan used his new role to punish even the smallest infractions harshly. He eventually became a widely feared figure within his own society. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus, Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn.
She should have been
spreading the truth of the rifts
do what I
to
did.
her final agonized breath. With full control of the archive and the modulator schematics in hand, the Order called upon all Ascendants to collaborate in one purpose, that of rebuilding Arcadia. Ruth Bassar proceeded to interface with the archive, an agonizing process that shortened her life, yet accelerated the Order's work in solving the universal equation. Decades into the future, she would be recognized as the most efficient presiding bishop in Order history. Ever stoic, the presiding bishop saw the Oracle Laureate's destruction of the Philosophism audio logs for what it was, the erasure of knowledge. She ousted the Laureate, her oldest friend, to demonstrate that the Order must never let fear stand in the way of progress. With the old auntie dead, a new figurehead was needed to keep up appearances. Company execs fast-tracked auditions for a new auntie, but it was too little, too late for the corporation's influence to recover, leaving it ripe for a hostile takeover. A grateful Order bestowed the commander with a posthumous academic position equivalent to a laureate, noting they were on permanent academic hiatus due to extreme heroism. Adrift without firm leadership,
that's actually the sweetest thing.
Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order attempted to help him recover without much success. He lived out the rest of his addled days at Laplace's garden, often spotted sitting by the pond and staring at the water. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. The dangerous experimental research of Marisol's contact from Point Obviation lived on, with a Seer predicted 11.9% probability of yielding a universe-ending catastrophe. Meanwhile, an entrepreneurial workgroup of chemistricians unveiled a new flavor of Purple Berry Crunch. Thanks to the Order's thoughtful planning, the rifts were all closed and all colonies in proximity to Arcadia were saved. But the fate of those farther out in the galaxy remains unclear. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
And that's the end. Oh man, another game completed. The Outer Worlds 2 by Obsidian Entertainment. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the game. So, I want to just start off by saying that most of the time, I was having a lot of fun in this game. You know, I talked about how, like, the last 15 to 20-ish hours, ever since we finished Praetor, really, I really have been liking the game a lot, enjoying it, having a lot of fun. The exploration's a lot of fun. The gameplay's a lot of fun. Much better gameplay than the Outer Worlds 1. Like, the combat and everything feels so much better than the Outer Worlds 1. And a lot like Avowed, like the world design, the level designs, the detail, the art direction, all of that, phenomenal. And the main story was good. It was good. Maybe. It was okay. And throughout the series, I've kind of talked about my feelings, so I'm not going to go into like incredible detail here. And this isn't just an Outer Worlds 2 problem. I think this is an Obsidian problem. Their companions have been getting worse and worse. I saw some people say that these companions they liked more than the Avowed companions. I don't. I think the Avowed companions are better overall and had more dialogue and interaction. This one, like that last scene, like with Marisol, like it was literally like she's just saying that to a stranger almost. Like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Oh, I didn't know you had it in you. See ya. It's like, and Tristan's just like, okay, go on. I'm not gonna say anything. Niles doesn't phone in over the comms or anything like that. It's just, you know, like, it's like they don't, like, why even have companions in this game? You know, like, it feels like Obsidian didn't really care that there were companions in this game. They kind of put them in there because they felt like they had to. And I feel like a lot of like the big decisions have like cool outcomes in theory, but in practice, nothing happens. Like, not much happens. Like, our decision there to bring Tristan, he didn't say a word to the console, even though the console's behind everything that went on in his life. And then his epilogue, Tristan's just going on living as a supreme arbiter, even though there's not really a protector anymore. I know they said like a small faction of them are trying to hold everything together, but like not really. Yeah, I'm glad Auntie's choice is falling apart, but yeah, it just, the epilogue was kind of to be honest. The fact that Aza just opened a rift and flew into it anyway, like, all of our companions should have been involved in that last decision. They just should have. Like, it's arbitrary that we can only bring 2 people with us. Like, all the companions should be there, and then they make a choice. And Aza obviously would have been the best choice to send, but because she would have wanted to, like, desperately wanted to. So, yeah. And so the writing of the game is weird, because I feel like they have fantastic technical writers. Maybe not technical isn't the right word. Like writers with a strong command of language. And you can see that in like the writing, right? They use a lot of not just big words, but just like unique words, and they really craft their sentences very well in the game. But like the vision of the story, the narrative, it just feels lacking. It feels safe. This is what a lot of people said about the Outer Worlds 1, is that they went too safe. And I think this isn't as safe as the Outer Worlds 1, but it's not much more risk-taking. You know, a lot of people like praise it for having like, oh, your skills give you dialogue choices, and that's cool. Yeah, that was cool like 15 years ago. You know, like at this point with RPGs, if you want to be like a good RPG, that's expected almost, like a good Western RPG. But like, I just, and that's kind of how I feel about a lot of the game, is that this game would have been great like 15 years ago. In today's day and age, it's just kind of average. But I also think that's kind of what Obsidian's going for. Like when I hear them talk about themselves, you know, they don't want to be considered a AAA developer. They want to be a triple or AA developer, even though they have AAA money with Microsoft. They don't want to make like romances, because then they'd have to make a more interesting story for their companions, right? It's kind of essentially what they said when there was like an interview where they talked about why they don't do romance. It's because if you have romance, then players will feel like they have to romance a character to get to know them. And it's like, sure, okay, well, if you're not going to have it, have good characters then. But they don't even have good characters or good companions. So it's like, adding a romance into this we wouldn't have missed anything. Right? Like, I don't know. It's just, I just feel like there's a lack of ambition with Obsidian now, where they're not trying to make great games. They're trying to make not bad games. They don't care if a game isn't great. They're not trying to make the best game they can make. They just don't want to make a bad game. And I think that really hurts their games, because they have the talent. I think I would say I did think like maybe a lot of the talent of peak Obsidian left, like with Pillars and New Vegas, and even going back to KOTOR 2, which is like one of my first favorite RPGs when I was a kid. But like, I still think they have a lot of talent there. You can see it, at least the gameplay, the writing, not the writing, the art direction. There's a lot of talent there. I just feel like their vision is not big enough. You know, the factions in this game aren't very well fleshed out. Like, I don't really care that much about any of them. I don't really care much about any of the companions. I love Marisol, but that's just because they stumbled upon one of my favorite archetypes, right? And then Marisol, it's just like a dagger in my heart that Marisol just says like, oh yeah, I didn't think you'd step up. Have fun. I'm not going to argue with you. Yeah, go ahead, kill yourself. Yeah, so I just feel like the lack of ambition at Obsidian is the big problem with this game, Avowed and Outer Worlds 1. I will say this game, besides the companions, I think is better than Avowed. Avowed just like got progressively worse. This game I feel like got progressively better. I didn't like Paradise Island. I didn't like what happened with the Vox Relay decision. you know, I'm not going to talk too much about it. You can go back and watch that if you want. It almost made me put down the game. I'm not going to lie. I was so annoyed by the lack of ambition I saw in that area, or that instance of the game, and the laziness of like it all. And I know I've said in like past series that not every game needs to be a Baldur's Gate. Not every game needs to be a masterpiece. But I think the difference with like this game is it's not that they couldn't have made a masterpiece. It's that it feels like they actively chose not to make a masterpiece, or at least try to make a masterpiece. And I think that's where the difference is, and that's where I have a really big problem with this game. But I mean, like, if you're just looking for like a good time, it's a fun time, just like the Outer Worlds 1 was. And I feel like this is gonna have the same sort of history as the Outer Worlds 1, where like a lot of people will like this game, but not a whole lot of people will actually finish this game, because it's just there's not a depth to it. I think the RPG elements too aren't that fantastic either. You could only like max out 2 skills and maybe half of another skill. Granted, remember I had a little advantage in the skill department because I became a professor, right? Or I was a professor, and like there were so many things I couldn't do. So there's some replayability for that, but like it's also, you know, I don't know. There is replayability, but kind of lost my train of thought now. I just feel like a lot of people are going to play it for a little bit, see what it's about, like it, but not like it enough to want to keep going. You know, there's nothing that's gets you emotionally invested in this game. It's just fun, which is fine, but like, it's not fine, not for me anyway. And you know, when they charge $70 for this game and it's not trying to be great, it's like, why am I spending that much money on it? If you're not going to try to make the best game you could possibly ever make, why am I going to spend that much money on it? And I know this sounds like a downer, and I guess it kind of is supposed to be, because this isn't a bad game. It's just not a great game, you know? And that's what they were going for. And because of that, I don't think I'll be playing an Obsidian game, Obsidian RPG, on the channel again at launch. Because even though I enjoyed my time in it, I feel like I could have been playing a game that was really trying to make something incredibly amazing. And I just don't necessarily think that's what they were trying to do here. And maybe that's harsh, but it's just, from what I experienced, so many things in the game is just kind of like, we're going to crack a joke instead of be serious. We're going to make fun of something instead of be serious. And it worked with the first game, like that kind of like, you know, satire against capitalism and everything was fun in the first game. But having a whole nother second game with it all in there, and I know they added, you know, authoritarian governments and theocracies. And it's like, okay, but it's still kind of the same script, just a different faction system, government system. Yeah, and it just kind of gets tiring going through a whole another second game with it. You don't learn anything much about the universe and the galaxy as a whole. Even Arcadia seems kind of like, I don't know. There wasn't like any big towns. Like, at least in Outer Worlds 1, you had that big city, right? In this one, you don't really have that at all. It just feels small in scope in a lot of senses. In some senses, it doesn't. I don't know. It's a weird game. It's a weird game. Like, there's a lot of really good things in this, but there's a lot of things that are just like, man, you did not try. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this series. I don't know if Oblivion is still going on by the time this is up. I haven't finished Oblivion at this point, so Oblivion might still have several episodes left as well, but both series are coming to an end. I've not decided what we're playing next. I'm kind of leaning towards Divinity or The Witcher as like our next game. But I'm probably gonna see like which franchise's next game's coming out. Like, I don't think the Fate of the Old Republic is coming out anytime soon, and I don't think Mass Effect 4 is coming out anytime soon. I do think Divinity 3 and The Witcher 4 will probably come out before those two games. And obviously Elder Scrolls 6, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with that? But I feel like there's another one. Fable. We're going to play Fable when that comes out, but we're not going to go back and play the other 3 on the channel. At least not at the moment. And that's not coming out until the end of this year, so... any other games that I have on my radar? Obviously the Owl Cats games, whenever those come out. I don't think Dark Heresy is coming out this year. I haven't heard anything. I know the alpha was in December, right? So I guess it could come out in the summer or next winter. But obviously, whenever that comes out, I'll try and find a way to make sure we are playing that as well. Whenever it comes out, as well. This is times I've said as well. Anyway, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am sorry if like I was too negative in this series. I tried to curb the negativity that I felt, because I know if you're watching me, you're probably watching because you enjoyed playing these games. And you probably don't want to hear somebody being negative towards the game, but yeah, and I don't like being negative in general. Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to end the series here. I want to thank you all one more time for watching this series with me, and I hope that you join me for another series soon. And until then, I hope you all have a wonderful life, a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.